Have you ever felt misunderstood or unappreciated in a relationship because of the difference in love language?
Yeah, the thing is, if you're not speaking my language, then you're not making sense to me. No matter how you love me, right? No matter how you say it or you act it that you love me, if you're not speaking my love language, you're not making sense to me. Sometimes why relationship have issues is because we tend not to communicate, to do research about my partner. Why is my partner behaving this way? Why is my partner not loving me the way I feel I should love? Because there are times that you know that your partner is not loving you the way you want, but you yourself don't actually know how you want to be loved. And you can actually know how you want to be loved when you read about love languages, when you read about temperament. So basically what I'm trying to say here is that you go online. If you can't get the book hard copy, you go online, you search 5 love languages, and then definitely you're going to see it. You read about it, you definitely know your own love languages, and then you also know your partner's love languages.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Dora to do now. If this is your first time here, hi, you're highly welcome. Thank you for stopping by, and please do not make this your last by clicking on the subscription button. And to my OGs, thank you for returning to another amazing and interesting video. So I have a very special person with me here, as you can see. So every time I bring people to my channel, I'm always happy because it's a way of interacting with people and educating people also, and I really love that. So yeah, I'm here with, would you like to introduce yourself to us?
Yeah, sure. My name is FEMI, AWOYEMI, and a relationship coach.
Yeah, I have a relationship coach, guys. Okay, so by the title, we are talking about love languages, and yeah, I have a relationship coach. Is this kind of person that when he talks to you, to enter. So love languages, understanding and meeting each other's needs. So that's what we'll be talking about. So if it's something you're interested in, please stay to the end of this video and give this video a thumbs up, subscribe and share, comment down below about your thoughts and all. So yeah, without further ado, I'm just going to be asking him some questions here, and he's going to enlighten us in the questions. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. Are you ready, sir?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So before we start, I would like you to list the love languages we have and then explain to us so that we can have an idea.
Okay, yeah. Thank you very much for having me in your studio.
Yeah.
Basically, we have 5 love languages, and how you receive and how you give it matters a lot. So the first one, we have quality time. And when we talk about quality time, how you want your love, how you want your partner, how you want your spouse to spend quality time with you, staying indoors, going out to club, going out to picnic. Basically, let the person just stay with you, let the person enjoy your company, so that you too also enjoy the person's company. So basically that's it. Some actually receive and give out love, their love languages as quality time. Okay. Then the second one we have is receiving gifts. And I would like to say most ladies have that love language. Sure. So basically not the paramount, right? Yeah. So a lot of people appreciate it when you buy gifts for them, no matter how little. It's not just about the size or the amount of the gift, but then at least if you go out, maybe you travel out, you go out to get something, you just buy, even if it's a box of chocolate, box of anything, as tiny as it is, they just love it when you buy a gift for them. Then also we have a physical touch. Funny enough, most people want to tell you that they don't have that love language, but believe you me, everybody have that love language. It might not actually be primary, but then everybody have that love language. And I don't need to explain physical touch, right? Yeah, sure. But let me quickly say this. Physical touch as a love language can be classified into 2. We have the non-sexual and also the sexual physical touch. And let me explain briefly. The non-sexual physical touch has to do with you and your partner just holding hands. It has nothing to do with the sexual, except you're hypersexual actually. Okay. And also giving a hug, and also maybe holding you while you guys are walking. Those are non-sexual physical touch. And then when we talk about the sexual physical touch, that's how to do with kissing, cuddling, romance, and all those stuff, right? So basically that's it. Right. Then the next one, we have act of service. Right? A whole lot of people like it when you express act of service to them, when you are always there to help them, when you are always there to to aid them in one way or the other. And basically, guys have that love language, though some ladies also have that love language, but basically guys have that love language when you're always there to support them, when you're always there to show them care and support, moral support. So basically that is that.
All right. Okay, thank you very much for that, guys. Me too, I'm also here to get educated too. Okay. That's why I brought a love coach.
Don't mind her.
Okay, so next question. Navigating long distance relationship. How do we do that?
Wow. When you talk about navigating long distance relationship, it's actually very serious. It's a very serious issue that is affecting most relationships, because we have individual differences, and believe you me, it's not everybody that is supposed to be in a long distance relationship. I said this before, that long distance relationship is not for two grown adults.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not for two grown adults. It's actually made for two grown students. Now let me explain. What I mean by two grown adults, I'm actually saying people that find it very difficult to accept their faults, people that find it very difficult to learn and unlearn what they know before, or what they think they know. Because relationship has to do with compromise, relationship has to do with sacrifice, relationship has to do with you trying to acknowledge the fact that your partner too has his or her own view. Now when you're dealing with adults are very difficult to bend.
Okay.
Now, but when you're dealing with a student is always willing to learn. A student is always willing to listen. A student is always willing to adjust to some things, right? So that's why I said long distance relationship is actually not made for two grown adults. It's actually made for two grown students. So knowing that long distance relationship has to do with communication. Now, a lot of people think communication is just all about calling, all about texting, all about chatting. No. Communication has to do with understanding. A whole lot of couples or a whole lot of partners communicate, but they don't understand themselves. I don't know if you understand.
Yeah.
Now, I can actually be talking to you and I don't understand you. I can actually be talking to you and I don't listen to you. A whole lot of people have issues in relationship because they always talk and they don't listen. And even if they listen to get a point to talk back, not to understand. So when you're dealing with a long distance relationship, you have to bear in mind that you need to be a student, and also you need to communicate to understand, and you need to do more of listening. Now this has to do with the ladies. Ladies hardly listen, right? But this is not what we're doing today, right? But basically,
I'm not going to challenge him. I'm just
you don't.
quiet
Okay,
and
fine.
listen.
Let me just stop here. Well, basically, right? Basically, when you want to navigate a long distance relationship, you just have to do it. Like I said, it has to be do with mature people, and then communicating to understand.
All right. Yeah. All right. Thank you very much. Okay, so next question.
Okay.
What are some tips for a healthy relationship?
Okay, basically there are a whole lot of tips for a healthy relationship, but let me just say this.
Okay.
The number one thing is maturity.
Okay.
Now, you cannot be healthy in a relationship if you're not matured. Now, this has to do with the two sides now, both the male and the female. Now, you're not going to like what I will say next, but then that's also the truth. Okay. A guy, you need to understand that you are more matured psychologically than your female friend or your partner. Okay. Now, when you accept that fact, right, that's when you try to know how to talk, when to talk, why you should talk, and why you should talk, when you should talk, and how you should talk. Now, maturity plays a very vital role in a relationship. That's why I said a relationship has to do with two mature people. It's not about the age, right? But each two has a little experience when you have to do a relationship. But basically, it's not about the age. Okay. But maturity plays a vital role. And secondly, sacrifice. I'm trying to build on the maturity now. A whole lot of people will claim they love you, but when it has to do with sacrifice, they find it very difficult to sacrifice for you. Okay, now when you have a partner that is willing to sacrifice for you, is willing to go a long distance for you, that will help in a relationship. So basically, I would say maturity and sacrifice play a vital role in a healthy relationship.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So the next question is, what are the importance of communication in relationship?
Wow, communication is a key. Even in spiritual aspect, you need to pray, and prayer is a communication between you and God. So basically, you cannot be in a relationship and you tell me you are not communicating with your partner. I won't say you're in a relationship. I would say you're in a situationship, right? So and you can't tell me you're in a relationship and then you go a whole day without talking to your partner. Come on, at least it's healthy that you pray every day. Pray in the morning and pray in the night, right? So at least it should be same way, if not more, when you have to do with the relationship. Communication is very key, and that's why I tell people that if you're in a relationship with your partner, we're in a digital age, and it makes it very, very simple. If you're not on WhatsApp, you should be on Facebook. If you're not on Facebook, there's this new idea I got actually from a friend. You walk up to a Glow Center, MTN Center, Airtel, and then you tell them you want a CUG number. That CUG number is actually for just you and your partner, which you just subscribe. I think 600 or 1,000 a month, and you can go like 4 hours talking. That will go a long way. That will cut this issue of I'm out of airtime, blah blah blah, and all those. So once you're in a relationship, you should have it at the back of your mind that communication is key. You cannot say I love someone and you don't know the whereabouts of that person, the well-being of that person, how that person's day went, and all those stuff. And it's unfortunate that you find out that some people are actually in a relationship, but their communication is very, very poor. Now you chat up with your partner, how are you doing? And the lady tells you fine. How was your day? The guy tells you fine, and all those stuff. So basically, communication is very key. So if you can't maintain and sustain communication in relationship, I don't advise you to be in a relationship at all.
All right. Okay. Thank you. So next question.
Okay.
So what is now? The question is to you now.
Okay.
So what is your primary love language, and how do you prefer to receive love and affection?
Okay, that's kind of personal, but
yeah.
Okay, let me say this. Let me just say it here. My primary love language is act of service.
Okay.
I have actually all the love language. I love to give and receive all the love language, right?
Yeah.
But the primary one is act of service. I love it when my partner is always there for me. I love it when my partner is there to help me out, to do some basics, right?
Yeah.
I really appreciate it, and that really turns me on, not the sexual aspect, right?
Okay.
Right? That really drives me to know that yes, this person loves me. Now, and how I communicate it, I actually communicate love language because personally, I love to read my partner, because how you receive love differs from how you give out the love. That's why I tell people that don't love your partner the way you think you should love them. Love them the way they want you to love them. So I actually communicate with my partner. How do you want to be loved? Am I actually loving you the way you want to be loved? Because this is very important. I'm actually be loving her the way I think she should be loved, but actually it might not actually be the way she feels I should love her. So primarily my love language is act of service, and you don't want to know whether I'm in a relationship or not. It's not. I'm not going to tell you that. But primarily that's my primary love language.
All right, no problem. So next question. Have you ever had to learn or adapt to your partner's love language to strengthen your relationship?
Yeah. Let me say this. You're still driving me to answer whether I'm in a relationship or not. Okay. Let me just say I'm actually in a relationship.
Okay.
And my partner's love language is quality time, and then receiving it. But quality time comes first. She loves it when I'm always there. She loves it when we're always on call, we're always chatting. And as a guy, you need to think of other things. You need to make money. You need to think of how to sustain your life. You need to hustle, right? So balancing that has been very difficult, because there are times that I'll be thinking of what I'm going to do, or maybe I'll be at work, I'll be somewhere with my guys trying to navigate way through, and then boom, she calls, baby, we need to talk. And that's what guys normally don't like, right? We need to talk, those statements. But it has not been easy, right? But then I said earlier that sacrifice come into play, so I just have to adjust and also make sacrifice so that she will be happy and so that the relationship will be smooth and going on.
All right.
Yeah.
Hope we are learning. So the next one is, are there any specific action or behaviors that makes you feel particularly loved or cherished?
Okay, I didn't understand the question.
Like, are there any specific actions or behaviors that somebody would like show you and then that makes you feel particularly loved and cherished, that makes you this person loves me and cherishes me?
Yeah.
What are those actions? What do you think? What are those things?
Okay. Okay, I would say that's like I told you earlier on, right?
Yeah.
Act of service is my love language. So I love it when someone is there. Now, when I have a female friend or I have a random lady around, maybe at the workplace or maybe in the compound, neighborhood, that she's always willing to help, right? Okay. She's always willing to make sacrifice. She's always willing to go an extra mile for me. That alone will make me, man, this girl really loves me, right? But it might actually be infatuation, right? But then for me, I will like, maybe this guy really like me.
Okay. So next question, how do you handle situations when you feel your love language is not being reciprocated and acknowledged?
Well, I feel bad, right? I feel not loved because this is what I want. And if you're not giving me, it's more like you're not speaking my language. Just like you go to France and then you're not speaking Spanish, and then you're speaking English. It don't make sense to them, right? No matter what you say, no matter what you do, you still don't make sense to them. So it's just like that. If I'm in a relationship with someone and then the person is not speaking my love language, it's frustrating. I told you earlier on that my love language is act of service, and the person just bring gifts and then is not just there to help out. She keeps bringing gifts. She keeps sending me a chat card. So it's very rare now, Sha. Ladies hardly send chat card. I'm very serious. The fact that you do that doesn't mean that other ladies do that, right?
Okay.
So now she always bring gifts, bring stuff for me, but she's not actually there to help out when it has to do with the service, right? Okay. It gets me frustrated and then I feel very, very bad. So basically that's it, and that's why I always tell people that when you're in a relationship with someone, always ask them. Don't always think, especially the guys, right? Especially the guys, don't always assume, because even the ladies sometimes don't know what they actually want. So you need to understand and you need to ask them. Always ask them as often as possible. Babe, am I actually loving you the way you want? Am I actually doing this? Am I actually doing that? Okay, what do you want me to do? What are the things you like me to do? Don't always assume. Don't always say you know them. Bro, you cannot know a lady. That's the truth, right?
But I feel for you to be able to, know what you want, you have to know the kind of love language that suits you.
Yeah.
For you to be able to know how you want someone to love you.
Yeah, that's the thing. You actually need to know what language you speak and what language you give out to.
Yeah.
Now, having known that, you also need to communicate to your partner. Now, let's assume you and I see you as a potential girlfriend, and I walk up to you and ask you out, and you said yes to me. We're going to engage ourselves in conversation. Yeah. And that's why I tell people that always engage your partner in a meaningful conversation. It's not about eating shawarma, chicken, fish, and all those sorts, right? Engage your partner in a very healthy and a very mature conversation. Okay. That's where you get to know more about your partner. Your partner might actually not know the 5 love language, right? But if your partner always wants you to be there, like he or she always wants you to be there when you are not around, they always want to hear your voice, they always want you to chat, that's to tell you that your partner's love language is quality time. Now, if your partner always, like, maybe you go out, you travel, your partner always tell you, okay, hi babe, try and bring something for me, don't forget to buy stuff for me, that's to tell you that your love language, your partner's love language is receiving gifts, right? Now, if you're always with someone that always wants to hold you, that person is always gummy, the person always wants to let me hold you, always want to kiss you, all those stuff, that's to say that the person's love language is physical touch. Now, there's this other set of people that always want compliments, and that's a gender. Your own gender are very, very keen to that, right? Yeah. Now, if you are with a partner that always wants you to notice her hair, her nails, her makeup, her dress, like the tiniest thing you don't even send, she always wants you to give her compliment. That's the that her love language is that compliment. They always want it, they love it. That's the that this is what your partner wants. I told you earlier on that your partner might not know the 5 love language, but then if you go to Google, browse it, and then try and relate it to what your partner does on a daily basis, and definitely you're going to know it. And then it will take you lesser time to adapt and speak your partner's love language.
Right. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So yeah, now next one is, how do you ensure that you are meeting your partner's needs?
It still bounces back to communication and reading of body language.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very, very key that if you're in a relationship, you read your partner's body language. You don't just do things and then you just walk away. There are times that you be in your room or alone at home with your partner, and then your partner starts giving you attitude. I'm not talking about the mood swing that you ladies usually have, right? I'm not just talking about that, but when you observe your partner's body language, it goes the whole way to tell you that, okay, this person is not happy with me. This person is not just okay with what I'm doing, and the person needs me to read and know his or her own love language. So aside the reading of body language, because majorly most ladies want it that you should know what they want without telling you what they want, right? So as a guy, you need to be very sharp and very smart to know that too. So aside that, communication too, always talk.
Yeah.
Always talk. Guys always shy away from this. Ladies love talking. And why? I know definitely why guys love running away from me, because from talking, they keep asking you, before you know, who is Jennifer, who is Abigail, and guys easily get irritated with that. I'm not talking about guys that cheat, right? But guys easily get irritated with that, and they try to shy away from that. But communication is very key when you want to know and you want your partner to appreciate you in that relationship.
All right. Okay. So next question. Are there any challenges or struggles that you have faced in trying to understand and fulfill each other's love language?
Yeah, sure. See, the thing is, you're dealing with a grown adult. The person has stayed in his or her family's house for roughly 18 years. I'm trying to range 18 years because at the age of 18, it's expected that you're an adult.
Yeah.
Now, personally, I find it very difficult because your partner always claims he or she knows what he's doing or what she's doing. Now, let me give you an instance with my own relationship. Now, she's a very cute, very beautiful, very mature, very understanding lady, right? But she finds it very difficult at the initial stage of our relationship. She finds it very difficult to adjust to my own love language. But on my own side, I'm not trying to exaggerate, but on my own side, at first I find it very difficult, but I was able to adapt easily. But on our own part, she find it very difficult because of the act of service. That was my own love language. So it was not easy at all. But with time, the thing about relationship is that you have to make adjustments, you have to make sacrifice, and then everything. And with time, because definitely there are times that relationship will not be easy-going, just like marriage. There are times that relationship will be very, very smooth. So in those moments, you just have to adapt. You just have to learn to be patient. You just have to learn to be understanding with your partner, and then together with patience, with understanding, everything will work out smooth.
So next question.
Okay.
How has understanding each other's love languages improve your communication and connection as a couple?
Wow. Okay, let me try and correct that. We are not a couple, so to say, but then, right? Understanding our love language actually helped a lot, because she understands that I'm kind of person that love act of service. I'm a kind of person that love it when she's always there, not the time actually, but the sacrifices, the input she makes in the relationship. So when she understood that, and with time she was able to adjust, it helped a long way. It limits the expectation she has for me, and also me to her, because she doesn't go speaking out of she doesn't go speaking what's it called, physical touch. She doesn't go speaking quality time as basic to me. Yeah, she go direct to the point, and then it helped a lot. So also with me. And basically, when you understand that this is your partner's love language, you will not go beating around the bush, and it will help. It will go a long way. You just go direct to the point, speak the love language, and everything will go smoothly.
Okay. All right. So we're coming to the end, guys. We have second to the last question.
Okay.
Do you think it's necessary for partners to have the same love language in order to have a successful relationship?
I won't say it's necessary, but it's important. I don't know how I'm going to put it, but let me explain. You might actually have different love languages, right? But your ability to adjust, your ability to accept that fact, your ability to work on yourself is what matters. Now, you and I might be in a relationship, and your love language is quality time, and my own love language is act of service. Now, our attitude towards each other will go a long way. Now, I need to understand your love language. I need to respect that love language, and I need to speak it. And I need to also adjust to also assimilate that, yes, this is your love language, and I need to also adapt to it. Now, in the sense that if this is your love language, act of service or quality time, I also need to invite that act of the quality time that you need to have. The problem we have is that most people try to say, okay, this is my love language and I cannot bend for anybody. Trust me, temperament is, even as strict as temperament is, people usually bend, not talk more of love language. So when you're having a partner that you speak different language, how you speak and how you receive is very, very key. So you need to understand that, yes, I'm in a relationship, and relationship has to do with compromise, like I said before. And when you understand that a relationship has to do with compromise, you will need to also compromise, and you need to also understand your partner, and you need to also be patient with your partner. This will go a long way in settling all these little disputes that partners have over indifference of love language.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. So the last question. Have you ever felt misunderstood or unappreciated in a relationship because of the difference in love language?
Yeah, the thing is, if you're not speaking my language, then you're not making sense to me. No matter how you love me, right? No matter how you say it or you act it that you love me, if you're not speaking my love language, you're not making sense to me. Okay. In the sense that if my love language is quality time and you're not always there, yeah, you send gifts, yes, anytime we meet, we spend time to cuddle, to kiss, but the quality time, whenever I'm in need of you, I'm not always there. We can hardly spend like 30 minutes together. You're always busy, you're always unavailable, absent, all those stuff. It gets me frustrated. So if you're not speaking my language, you're actually not, it's just like I'm Yoruba, and then, what you try?
I'm Baju.
Okay, you're Baju, and then you're not speaking my language, and I don't understand yours. We definitely have conflict. So, in a nutshell, if you're not actually speaking my language, you're not just frustrating me. It will be annoying, and it's not going to make sense to me. So it's very important that as couple or as partners, you understand each other's love language. You speak each other's love language, and if needs be, you sit and talk. There are rooms for adjustment. And that's why I said communication is very important. There are rooms for adjustment. And that can only happen when you meet, you sit, and you talk.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, thank you very much. Is there anything you want to add to say, like, overall?
Yeah, overall, I would say to know your partner's love language, you need to also go and read about it. It's very important that you go online, you browse, just type the 5 love languages, and then it's going to show you. Then you take your time, you read about it, because people, the Bible says people perish because of lack of knowledge, right? So you need to understand what love language is. You need to know the 5 love language. You need to know how the love language is being given and being received, because it's a two-way thing. Now, when you know that, you will now come to a logical conclusion. Okay, fine, the way my partner is behaving, I know that this is his or our love language. That will go a long way. You know, sometimes why relationships have issues is because we tend not to communicate, to do research about my partner. Why is my partner behaving this way? Why is my partner not loving me the way I feel I should love? Because there are times that you know that your partner is not loving you the way you want, but you yourself don't actually know how you want to be loved. And you can actually know how you want to be loved when you read about love languages, when you read about temperament, when you read about other things online that has to do with relationship. So basically what I'm trying to say here is that you go online. If you can't get the book hard copy, you go online, you search 5 love languages, and definitely you're going to see it. you read about it, you definitely know your own love languages, and then you also know your partner's love languages, and then that will not make you have conflict between you and your partner. Having known that, you also need to sit your partner down and you talk. I always encourage couple partners that communication, sitting with your partner, physical to talk, is very, very important. Except for distance cases where you have to do video call, you have to talk on phone. But even if you guys are cities, countries, states apart, you need to talk. Then when you do that research, also sit your partner down and then talk and show your partner, okay, guy or babe, this is it. This is what I found out. This is what I feel your love language is. And then we need to work on ourselves and then let the relationship build to marriage. Except you're not seeing or having marriage in mind. But if you're seeing and having marriage in mind, you need to sit and talk about the 5 love languages, because when you get married, that's when the main issue will come. Okay. So basically that's it.
All right. So thank you so much. Like, I really enjoyed and I've learned a lot. I hope you also learned a lot too. And yeah, if you have any question, please drop them in the comment section. He will be in the comment section to answer you.
Yeah, sure.
And yeah, thanks so much for coming, sir. I really appreciate.
You're welcome.
Femi is my good friend, though.
Don't mind her. She's my Renoy sweetheart, actually. She's my Renoy sweetheart. Since she left Lafia, we've not seen each other. And then, wow, it's actually nice seeing you again.
Same
actually
here.
looking beautiful. I was actually thinking I was saying it. I was saying, actually, she's okay. Let me not say this. Better don't you did this video. Don't edit it.
Oh yeah, no wahala. All right. Thank you so much, guys, for watching.
You're
and yeah,
welcome.
we'll see you guys in our next video. Don't forget, like, comment, share,
very important.
subscribe. Okay, and we'll see you guys in our next video. Bye, guys.
Yeah, bye-bye.